all the way from Ashland, Wisconsin. Rachel Campos-Duffy is a blogger at AOL Parent Dish and recently released a book. And by the way, her husband is running for Congress against Dave Obey. Rachel?
He goes to Congress in Washington. He's a Democrat.
There you go.
That help?
My name is Rachel Campos-Duffy. I'm a mom of 5, and these are my kids. 3 of them. Evita, Lucia, and Jack. Now, I'm here today because I am a proud Wisconsin mom and a parenting expert. That's right, the organizers invited me to speak today, not because I'm a concerned taxpayer, which I am, but because I am an authority on 5-year-olds. And these days, our elected officials are acting a lot like children. 2 weeks ago, our president spoke at my children's school via satellite. And I give our president credit for delivering a speech about the importance of hard work and the perils of taking the easy way out. The only mistake he made was delivering that speech to school children and not to our congressmen and senators. Here are some life lessons that moms and dads teach our kids every day. At least we do here in Wisconsin. These are the lessons that the Democrats in Washington need to remember from their childhood years before they got into the Beltway. Number 1, family comes first. That means government should be working for families and not the other way around. President Obama and all the congressmen and senators work for us. We don't work for them. And as my kids like to say, we're not fans of you. I think they were trying to say, you're not the boss of us, we're the boss of you. Good job, kids. Second, reading and writing are important. We tell our kids to read as much as they can and to do their work, and that's true for elected officials too. Congress, read the bills before you vote on them. And write your own legislation. Don't just hand it over to lobbyists and special interest groups to write, people who don't understand working families trying to make ends meet. Write the bills. And while we're on that subject, it's important to tell the truth, whether you are on the playground or addressing a joint session of Congress. We tell our kids, stand up straight, look me in the eye, wipe that smirk off your face, and tell me the truth. People in Washington need to do the same thing. We are sick and tired of not getting straight answers about what is in those bills and, more importantly, what it's going to cost us. And don't spend money you don't have, especially if it's taxpayer money. We have to live within our means here in Wisconsin. Why don't they have to in Washington? My kids know that when you're broke, you don't buy a new bike. And when you're a congressman and you're broke, you sure as heck don't buy a new fleet of private jets. Here's one important one. Never borrow money from people you don't trust, like the communist Chinese government. that nothing is free, not candy, not computer games, not credit cards. Congress also needs to learn that nothing is free, not health care reform, not cap and trade, and certainly not our freedom. Freedom isn't free. Support our troops, pray for them, and thank them. Another thing mothers teach their kids is don't believe everything you read, despite what you hear from the media and Democrats in Washington. People who disagree with the president's proposals are not Nazis, fascists, potential murderers, or thugs, and we certainly are not racist. Very proud of my Hispanic heritage, but I tell my kids that we are Americans first, above all else. Finally, even kids know that when you make a promise, you should keep it. President Obama, you campaigned on the promise to be the post-racial president. You cannot say one thing and do another. President Obama cannot be or say he is post-racial and bipartisan and then say nothing when Jimmy Carter and Nancy Pelosi say things that divide us. Integrity is important, and that's why my husband and their daddy is running against David Obey in Wisconsin.